I'm going to go ahead and throw for you a 3-pound bowl. I got 3 pounds of buff ochre. Go on the wheel. This is a great, just sort of mid-sized, general-purpose bowl. Great for practicing. Great for using. So for me, the one thing I really want to think about is how big I want my foot to be on my bowls. And so I try to center my piece of clay to that size. Just makes for less trimming in the end, and then also, I guess that's really it. It's about the trimming. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And on bowls, I like to leave a lot of extra clay because I like bigger feet on them. I feel like our pottery is really influenced by Japanese style and very tall feet kind of come with that. And so leaving you extra clay does mean that you end up trimming more off, but it's one of the ways that allows you to get that taller, deeper foot. So there's probably about a good 3/4 of an inch of clay. That's plenty. You can certainly not leave that much. Just gotta find what you like. So I pull it out a little bit. The one thing about bowls, I pull them out a lot less than I would like a mug or perhaps a vase, because you really want it thicker at the bottom because it's got to support the weight as you pull those walls up. So I make sure that I don't pull it out too far, otherwise I find that my bottom is really thin, and then as I'm trying to pull up and really work the clay up here, it collapses down below, and you want to try to avoid that. And with bowls, I want to try to pull kind of outwards with my bowl, and then as I kind of want to curve it up, so I'm kind of pulling it out and then pulling up. That's how I like to pull my bowls. And I'm just using my outside finger, my inside fingers like such. Sometimes I'll use a sponge. Clay just wants to stick to my fingers right now. So I'm definitely going to switch to use a sponge on the outside. And then now, it's really just a matter of working it out. I'm going to work it up and out. And I'm certainly noticing I probably could have even stood to do less when I pulled it out a little bit. It just leaves a wider, flatter bottom when you do that. So if you want less of that and you want more of a perfect curve, then you want to do, I guess, a little bit less than what I had done. You want to account for shrinkage, you can usually figure somewhere between 12 and 15%. I know this clay is right around 14 or 15. So again, the size looks a little bit bigger than what you're going to end up with. And it's going to shrink quite a bit. So my bottom down here is still quite a bit thicker. So the idea is that I can push that out and then not pull out so much up here. This is a good thickness up here, about 3/8 of an inch thickness. Down here, I'm probably closer to a good half, but getting close to the end. Now I'll take my favorite rib. Really like this wooden rib. It's a little bit thinner than some of these other ones, but I feel like it does a really nice job. A little more aggressive on its shape. Bottom trimmed a little bit, and it will still have to be trimmed, but I like doing a little bit of this to get a nice groove under there so I can cut it off once it gets dry. And so when we come back, we'll trim this guy up. Alright, here we are. We have our finished, our mostly dry pot, and now we just need to trim it and get a foot on there, and we'll have a pot ready to bisque. kind of look at the profile in the mirror there, and I think I just want to come in a little bit more. Want just a little bit more angle on it. And again, this is why you want to give yourself plenty of clay to work with at the bottom, so when you're trimming that foot, you have lots of clay here to work with to take away. And there's lots of different styles of foot. Play with them all. I usually take a sponge just to kind of take away the extra marks or bumps. Sometimes use a rib and that will kind of burnish or smooth it out a little bit more. I find that it really just doesn't matter much. A little mark. Stamp it. And we now have our finished foot. And ready to go into this kiln.